Welcome. This podcast is a series of candid conversations exploring the human experience from a completely new perspective. In it, we will be diving deeply into the meaning of commonly used words and pointing you away from that old stressful way of looking at life and towards a new paradigm. This will help you find a sense of calm, cultivate meaningful relationships, and create harmony in every aspect of your life. Here is Navigating Life with Ease with Michaela, Ellis and Clare, Downham.
Hey, Claire.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Very
Good. Good. I have a word for you. 2 words, actually.
Two words. Oof,
Yes.
Just greedy, Michaela. Go on.
Yeah. Let's chat about people pleasing.
Ooh. Yeah, well, you're not going to get a word in now, whether I'm trying to please you or not, quite frankly, because, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been a thing for me, definitely, at various points. But it's not so much a thing for me now, but it is for my partner, Bruce. He's more of the people pleaser. And so what I observe about it, which I know is my perspective on it, is that sometimes he's so desperate to please me that he doesn't actually ask me what I want. because he's so in his head about it and trying to get it right that he doesn't do the most obvious thing, which is to come and say to me, do you want this, or do you want that, or do you want me to do that? And then he kind of stands there waiting for the the pat on the head, bless him. Yeah, it's all in your head, isn't it? Like it's all in our heads, is people pleasing. It can't be anywhere else, because I think what we do is we make up a thing we think the other person wants us to do or be or whatever, and we tangle ourselves up trying to do that. And then the resulting reaction from them is devastating, because it's nothing like what we thought it was going to be. We thought they were going to literally crack open a bottle of champagne because we've done this wonderful thing for them, and really they're not that bothered. And it's an exhausting entanglement of the mind, I think, just trying to keep on top of what's going on in other people's heads, how are they feeling, what's going on for them, am I pleasing them, am I doing it right? And whether that's in your business, whether it's in your work, or whether it's in your relationships, it's absolutely exhausting, and it's all made up. And I think it's probably, for most of us, it's, I think for me, being brought up by people that were pretty critical, like, it's definitely how to stay out of the firing line of that, when it can feel very dangerous to be, under the firing line of criticism. Yeah, that's my little starter for 10. 4 minutes, actually. Yeah. Coming up for you around it.
Yeah, I've, I notice how, for me, and seeing others too, how we've been conditioned to do things you talked about staying out of the line of fire. And I see a lot of it. It's either it's like this or that, right? This staying out of the line of fire, trying to keep ourselves safe, or going the other way and trying, like doing. So how do I say? Yeah. Or it's like kind of going the other way, going overboard. So it can look like retreating and not engaging at all not
Mm.
speaking your mind, not, hiding, avoiding. And that is people pleasing in some way. I'm kind of seeing like this in city. I saw it with something, and it may be a crossover of proving myself, right? Of proving yourself worthy or okay, or, that kind of thing.
Mm.
In the end, I see that it kind of always goes back to being accepted, being safe, that kind of thing. And there's this whole array of ways that we do that. Really, it may be things that we may not even call people pleasing, but it is because we're in some way looking for acceptance or not to be seen. Yeah, depending on what the situation is, right? Making ourselves really small because that will please too. So, yeah. Yeah, I kinda saw there was something that I was doing, and I was creating it was an offer, and I kept calling it a simple offer, and it didn't feel simple, it felt hard and heavy and not hard, but it felt heavy and draggy, and then I kind of looked at it, and it's just like, "What is this about?" And it's like, "Oh my god, I'm, like, trying to prove myself here."
Mm.
Be, that I'm okay enough, you know, and to have me be in, in the cool kids group, accepted, right? And it's like, flip that. I'm no thanks. Well, how about I just do my own thing? So it was just as soon as I dropped a couple of things, it's like, oh my God, I feel like a weight's been lifted off. And it was so surprising at how when we're trying to do something or it's like I can totally do that. I can totally satisfy that, but it just didn't feel good. And it was surprising how dropping one little thing made everything feel different. And then I started to kinda see it's like the little things that I might do throughout my day to have things go smoother, to please, and it's like, it may not be a big deal, and it's like, what else can I drop that I'm doing because, um, not to be mean or not to be lazy or, because I know Rob, he's so easygoing about me and meal making he's away for many hours of the day, traveling 45 minutes or whatever to work. So it, I'm here. I work from home. So it makes sense that I would have more time. I could have a meal or have some ideas or that kind of stuff. He's so easy about whether I do or I don't. Yet, like, put a meal together, right? Or just say, hey, there's leftovers in the fridge. You could have this or that or this, or put that together. Help yourself. But he really appreciates when I put something together. So it's like there's this line between sometimes it can feel like people pleasing, and sometimes it's just, I'm just feeling love and I want to do it. Right? Like, anyway, I'm seeing all these little
Mm.
nuances, and it's like, wow, when it just comes from a place of care and yeah, I want to do that. It just feels good. There's none of this happening when I agree to do something or offer to do something. It's like, yeah, this, and it feels good to do. But when I'm doing it out of obligations, like, oh, I should, because, and then it's like, I can feel the tension and that it's like, oh, okay, that's, you know, people pleasing, or we could throw all kinds of words at it. Sometimes the like, obligation, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just noticing how wonderful it feels when I just do something because I I want to do that. Feels good.
That's
And
the key. That's the key.
at it.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? It's the feeling. Like if we're already in the good feeling and we're not doing it because we think we're going to get, a nice pat on the head or some, well done from somebody, and therefore feel better about ourselves fundamentally. Excuse me, then it's not got that heaviness to it. So I think you're right, the exact same action can be coming from two completely different places. And I'm seeing, like you're saying, it's really, there's lots of bits to it, isn't it? Because there's the piece where we're saying, there's the piece that says, when I've got X or get to X, I'll feel Y, which is us saying, when I've got the pat on the head from the person I'm trying to please, I'll feel whatever better about myself or less self-doubt or whatever included or whatever it is. And then there's the other piece, which is where we're trying to give the other person a thing or do a thing so that they feel, we're trying to control their feelings as well, so that then it comes back to us and we can then feel better because they're feeling better. And it's like, it's really, really entangled. But like you said, if you just do something because you care about somebody, and it's just that's what makes sense in the moment. I mean, my office is next to the kitchen, so I quite often go in and tidy up or into the dishwasher. I mean, it could be a mild sort of procrastination, perhaps, but the dishwasher, because this bit of my website looks really tricky and I can't do it. So the other thing that came through for me when you were talking before, and I don't know where it came up, but something around imposter syndrome almost, and that and perfectionism, and connecting it to, like, for us in business, like further out into the world, and that kind of, oh, can I put this, like you were saying, keeping it small, like, can I put this video out, can I put it, can I say this put this post on social media, write this article, whatever it is, put myself out there, if I think I've got to please everybody, and that there isn't going to be some Mardy pants who's going to write something offensive on our video or our post, or just something weird, which I think it's mostly, for me, it tends to be just something weird than people writing particularly offensive. But there's that, isn't there? There's that's another, like, within our close relationships, it's playing a part, but for business owners, I think probably playing quite a big part in terms of wanting to get it right, and that voice in our head saying, well, this is a pile of rubbish and nobody's going to like it. You're not going to please anybody with this. It's crap. Can I say that?
You can say that.
It's our podcast. We can say what the heck we like, can't we? Get arrested by the podcast police, who are currently just zooming in as I can see them on the horizon. Yeah, so there's that. It keeps us in imagination, I think, doesn't it? Like, just in our heads, making up stories about whether or not our partner needs us to do this for us to make them happy, or whether we need to write the right kind of post and make the right kind of video to make all the millions of people out there happy. Oh, it's just, and what we miss then is that good feeling thing, because actually we may just feel inclined from a lovely space to just do something, write a post, do an act of kindness. And if we just trust that, we can't go wrong. Trouble is, of course, the noise, if it's for us in our businesses, the noise comes in very quickly, doesn't it? And says, nobody's going to like that. And therefore not like it. It's so, if we write something, create something, try and sell something, that seems, if it's rejected, to be about us rather than the thing, rather than that just being real life feedback. A client at the moment, and there's definitely something around this where there's a waiting for it to be perfect before putting it out, because it just feels too scary to be rejected. And it's quite ancient, that fear, isn't it? Like it's not, I mean, it's now multiplied because we've got the internet where all these things can be put out and judged by literally millions of people, as opposed to, as opposed to just the people in our tribe. But when we were in tribes, if you were rejected by the tribe, you're done off for, aren't you? You're out on the savannah in your loincloth with nobody to look after you and support you and help you. You're probably going to die, get eaten by something. So it's kind of really quite deeply grounded, I think, in our sort of old DNA, shall we say, our old, well, just these minds that haven't actually progressed an awful lot since we were running around the loincloth, apart from we're now living in this bonkers world that our poor little brains can't cope with. Yeah. So it just gets in everywhere, doesn't it?
It does. First of all, I'm a little caught on that image of, hanging out there in the cold in a loincloth. So thanks for that.
Dare I ask you, isn't the loincloth for you?
Not telling. Oh, gosh.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Huh. I've lost what was coming up, but that's okay. That's okay. There was something I was going to respond with, but it's okay. Oh, yes, it was something that you said about our minds, about that our brains they haven't kind of caught up to all of this technology. It's like, I'm sure at some point down the road, there, all of the there's going to be something that's going to filter a lot more things out. Right?
We'll be
But
gone.
right now, right?
Or the planet will be gone, and all the other
We'll be long gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But will it though? Because as you're saying that, I'm thinking, will the brain progress? Because we're feeding it. We're still perpetuating this way of, this imagination that the world out there is going to judge us and chuck us out of the tribe. And it's perpetuated by this nonsense on the internet. Really is like, will it? I think we're kind of stuck in a bit. Well, if what we're sharing takes over the world, obviously, Michaela, it will.
Well, there is that human thing, right? That there's something in studying human design, and who the creator of it said, it'll take 7 years to decondition. And there's some reasons behind that. Our cells are all supposed to regenerate. In 7 years, our body has totally new cells. But it's like, yes, maybe if we are 100% being ourselves through all that time, our cells truly would be clean and fresh and baby new. But it's impossible.
I was going to say,
because we've got this mind. We've got this mind. Yeah. So as we're, it's kind of like, the whack-a-mole, right? As we like get a handle on, oh, right, okay, that doesn't need to bother me anymore. I can just let that go, let it pass on through, and then something new comes up, created, right? And it's just like, what, so we're always being conditioned by something. Our mind is always getting its little claws into something to freak us out about. And then we, kind of come up with all these ways, or no way, like just understanding what's happening and letting it all float on by and see what comes up from that inner place of what to think, say, or do. It's going to feel a lot better.
And then back to the feeling, isn't like back to the feeling, like really how it feels in your body is that guidance as to where you are tangled up in your mind. So if you're thinking about doing something, helping someone, putting something out there, and you notice there's an uncomfortable feeling, know that it's not that's you thinking about whatever it is. If you're thinking, if I do this, I'm going to get a pat on my head from the other half and he's going to think I'm an amazing individual. Or you think, you've got this stuff around, I don't want to put this thing out into the world or ask somebody for something or whatever it is because I think I'm going to be upsetting people or judged by people. Then you kind of know you to go back to the simplicity, I suppose, that, what does the doing of the thing itself, like where's that coming from?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Very good.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a good one. Yeah. Comes up a lot, does that one, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Thank you, my lovely.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you
Wish
next.
everyone a week of self-pleasing, Well, not, whatever. Well, because truly, if it feels good, that is. All right.
As everybody knows, we're both blushing now. So I think we should leave it there, Michaela.
Okay. Indeed. Yeah, let's do.
Thank you so much. Lots of love. See you
Ciao
next
for
time.
now.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, thank you for being a part of Navigating Life with Ease. We'd love to hear your feedback and receive a review on your favorite podcast platform. This will help others who'd also like more ease in their life to find us. We're here to support you, so if you've any words you'd like us to explore or you've a question, please reach out to us at navigatinglifewithease@gmail.com. Again, thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more episodes of Navigating Life with Ease.